Chris, Mercer County Boot Camp, and I'm just feeling in the moment right now. Please don't just fast forward or miss this video, because I do have to just express myself right now to everyone here seeing this. And I actually just finished a 2-day mastermind conference over in Queens, New York, and something came to me, and it was in the form of a discourse. And this one gentleman said that effort is mandatory, but struggle is optional. And it really made me think about how there are times when people say one thing, but they do another. They say that health is very important to them, and then that's their reason as to wanting to join in some kind of program. Not just Mercer County Boot Camp, all right? Don't feel that is just about me, or us, okay? Because it certainly is not, all right? It's entirely about you. It's about everything around us. So what for the life of me that many of my fellow fitness professionals don't understand is the part of quitting itself, where people don't seem to realize that there's going to be a lot of effort, and the fact that there may be problems or unforeseen occurrences to happen is your decision if you want to have the struggle, or if you just want to accept that, oh, well, that happened, and that's that. Because when you begin to struggle, you begin to create stories. All these sorts of problems that you're going through, it's really just things that are happening. It's entirely within your own interpretation, okay? So for me to say, if a tree were to fall down right over here, someone can say, haha, that's funny. And another person can perceive like, oh my God, like, is everyone okay? That is so scary. Well, a tree fell. That's really about it. How do you see it? How do you see these things that are coming up in your life right now? And just going back to the art of quitting, all right, of that, I actually want to make it clear that some people may ask, oh boy, is this about me? It's not about you at all, okay? I know it comes at a very coincidental time. If it's going to mean that I'll get a nasty email in return, or Chris, I thought you were better than this and I don't love you anymore. It happens. It happens. You know, those in like our lives are meant to be there at whatever given time that they show up. But for someone to say that they're going through stuff and, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to stop, whether it's your group personal training or one-on-one, I got to stop. Yeah, I got some personal stuff. Well, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think that the moment that you engaged in some kind of agreement with a personal trainer, with a group trainer, with a life coach, did you think suddenly all problems in life would vanish? I mean, most people think that success is a straight line, and I always say this is what success looks like. All sorts of stuff, because there's a lot of crazy out there, okay? There's not so much that there's a bunch of problems, is that you haven't found any solutions. And it's really all that there is to it. It's not that you have problems weighing you down. You just didn't come up with a good solution yet for it. That's really about it. And even if you're in the middle of finding a solution, there's no need to drop everything and quit. Let me really dive deep in here. Let's say, for example, okay, bad day at work. Oh man, I had a bad day at work. You know, it looks like I gotta get a divorce now. I just can't handle it. I just had a bad, I'm just like, work is just bothering me. It's stress. I have to just get a divorce. Those two have nothing to do with each other at all. You have to cherish your relationships, right? Oh man, like I burnt my toast, or man, like I got so much debt, it just looks like I'm going to have to give my kids up to adoption. The hell? That makes no sense. Those two have nothing to do with each other. Alright, so I had a bad day at work, or I have bills, or I'm going to move. Hey, it looks like I'm going to have to stop all this training, all this coaching that's been providing me a lot of good results. It's been making me feel great. It's been giving me more purpose. I'm just going to have to stop that entirely. Why the hell, would you do that? That really doesn't make any sense. That has nothing to do with it at all whatsoever. Why would you want to quit the thing that is going to add years to your life, quality to your life, is going to help you out with your physiological needs, your needs of safety, your needs of feeling loved and belonging, your esteem, the validation you get from other people, from within yourself, and also being able to feel that you're entirely capable to have the health to do more big picture stuff. Why the, I'm trying to be a good Christian boy here. Why would you just say, I'm dropping it. No more of that program? This doesn't make sense. I mean, you're not going to quit, say, Facebook. You're not going to quit watching hours of TV. You're not going to quit spending money on bull crap. You're not going to you're not going to stop whatever vices. I'm not going to stop any of that, but I'm going to stop the health stuff. Why? That makes no sense. That's not consistent with what you say. And something that I've told people is that we have a code over at Mercer County Boot Camp, for instance. And the code is in the form of 4 agreements. And within those agreements, 2 of which, one states to be impeccable with your word. It's so easy to freaking quit when times get rough, and it really pisses me off. Again, it's not about like anyone here who has done that. Don't feel it's about you, but it's just in general. When you just, well, it looks like I gotta just stop. I understand there's moments where you may have to have a brief delay, but just to outright stop and to BS yourself when you know deep down you're not gonna go on. I mean, if the delay is like 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, that's not a delay, that's just quitting. Like, you're not doing something to get yourself back en route. That's just straight up quitting. So being impeccable with your word, big. It's important. So when you quit, were you impeccable? When was the last time you said someone is always impeccable with their word, okay, and they just quit something that's of high importance, of alleged importance to them? When? I don't know. I'm waiting. I'll wait. Okay. There's another thing that we have at Mercer County Boot Camp, at least. The other agreement, mentioned one already with being impeccable with word, is to always do your best. Is 2. So, doing your best, if, say, you were to send, whether it's a life coach, whether it's a significant other, if you send them a text or email, it's not going to work out. You know, I got some issues, some things came up, I got to have to stop. Is that your best? I just gotta know from the bottom of my heart, is that your freaking best? And I've got it for the past 6 years, trust me, okay? So anytime someone drops out, for example, at Mercer County Boot Camp due to personal issues, I'm not trying to mitigate the importance of those personal issues. Could be a death, and it's just hard to, like, just kind of sort things out. Could be like a personal injury sort. There's some things like that. Do I think that every single case is like that? No. I'm going to be sincere. No, I really do think there's a lot of BS stuff out there. I'm just saying it. So what? I mean, if you're going to hate me, you hate me for saying it, but it's the freaking truth. I know you know it deep down, especially if you've made it this far in this video. But, like, is that your real best? When you signed on the dotted line, did the little credit card swipe, or whatever, you wrote out a check, did you subconsciously say to yourself, what if something that comes up? Well, I can always give up and quit. What is your track record state about that? Do you have different other areas in your life where you just drop everything and give the hell up? Why would I, for example, give up? I mean, some of you know that I try to do my best for my own nonprofit Christian ministry-based work, with my relationship with the big man upstairs. If I'm having a rough time at work, I'm just pacing around now. If I'm having a rough time, whether it's with training, my online training program, my real estate investing, if I'm having a hard time, for example, in my own personal relationships, the connections with my family, all right, the friendships that I'm trying to develop. If I'm having a hard time, why am I going to say, sorry, God, I'm just going to drop this whole belief, faith, and vibe? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that if that's been giving me pretty much the meat and potatoes for me to go on in the first freaking place? You tell me, why? So why would you do the same thing for your health if it gives you everything that you possibly need to stay active with your children, to stay deeply bonded, to just move around, to not just be stuck to your couch and just become a couch, just be like welded into it? I mean, it's really not living. I mean, God himself provided us health, provided us the nutrition. You see all this stuff all out here, and all the garden and botanicals and fruit, all this stuff for us to live a long life. And what do we do to say thanks? Meh, I quit. You know, went through another hard time, have to do a move. But, like, I may have to find a new job in 10 months from now, so I gotta quit. I just gotta stop. I mean, I've had some things come up where I've had to just stop jiu-jitsu, but I didn't stop jiu-jitsu. It's a big difference. I had to stop it, but I didn't quit, though, okay? So stopping and quitting are two different things. I had to stop jiu-jitsu at one point because just the commute, it was getting a lot. But I found a different alternative, okay? I found a different school. But then eventually, scheduling got tough. Folks wanted to do more Mercer County boot camp, had to do more consultations. Just the timings were rough. So I had to stop. And I'm still looking for a new school, but I'm not quitting on jiu-jitsu, not by a long shot. I still talk to people about that. So yeah, I mean, thanks for making this much of the video. If you did, fantastic, because very few people have the ability to really connect for longer than 15-30 second periods. But yeah, I mean, if you feel that this related to you in some other sense, not saying in like the client business relationship sense, but like in another sense, in some other aspect of your life, great, okay? If it relates because of literally you did quit on me or yourself, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm not mad. I mean, I'm really not mad. There's like, what, 500,000 people in Mercer County. I don't need everybody. I just need a handful of people that are really looking to do something monumental with themselves. And hopefully they allow me to enter their world. And if I think they're cool, they can enter into mine as well. And we'll have some fun. Alright, alright. Cool. So anyway, I still got my luggage there, my suitcase. I got to pack up. I hear my kid inside the house. So thanks for watching. If you got offended, I really can't do anything about that. I mean, this is really coming straight up from the heart. There's no malintent where it's like me, I'm going to be cutting edge and polarizing. Nah, man. Like, I've really felt this for the longest time. And I'm so freaking hoping that pretty much like everyone from like the 1,000 or so emails that I really wish every single person would watch this video start to finish. Alright, like instead of some mindless drivel sitcom that's boring and does nothing for you, that it's not really thought-provoking at all. I mean, it's only what, 12.5 minutes? You got 24 hours in a day, you can spare 12 minutes. This has been a pretty kick-ass video if you ask me. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, shameless plug. Go to mercercountybootcamp.com, haha. Or click reply if you want training. I guess you want it now, right? Okay. And just don't forget, this is a good quote that I'll leave you with. Tough times never last, but tough people do. So what kind of person would you like to become? Who do you want to be?